The day started at 7:30 a.m. After brushing my teeth, I went to the meeting place on campus to wait for the other volunteers. The event supervisor, Colin, and a bunch of Nerdfighters showed up. As other volunteers showed up, I talked with the members of the Grand Valley State University Nerdfighters and made sure everyone else was okay with being recorded. See, the Grand Valley State University Nerdfighters are a group on campus that meet to do awesome things like talk about Doctor Who and participate in service events. Next, we hopped into a car and drove into downtown Grand Rapids, all the while discussing important questions.
Do Venus flytraps poop?
They might.
Venus flytraps, they eat bugs. They eat flies. What do they do with what's left of the bug that they don't use?
I need to know.
Sadly, they do not. When we arrived at Comprenew, I had to put my camera away for a little while because of some miscommunication with the supervisor, so I missed the initial explanation of what we were doing, but I can summarize. We were to take apart these computers and sort them like this and put them into these bins. So we spent the next couple of hours pulling computers apart, sorting the parts, and of course, singing our hearts out. Comprenew is what's called an e-waste recycler, located in downtown Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Well, the big thing is keeping it out of landfills. Stuff doesn't degrade, it's not biodegradable, so it's the fastest growing e-waste in the world. 3 main dumping grounds for e-waste in the world are China, India, and believe it or not, Pakistan.
Comprenew is the only R2 certified non-profit recycler in Michigan.
We're R2 certified, which means that none of our stuff that we send out of this building ends up in a landfill. It all goes to R2 certified vendors that are responsible in tearing it down and breaking it down.
Comprenew is a completely not-for-profit organization.
All profit from these PCs goes towards community events and education in the local community.
At about noon, we all went to the break room to eat some lunch and discuss how the day was going. How much fun are you having, Echo?
I'm having so much fun.
Not long after returning to work, Kevin found a relic from ancient times.
What's on this?
Comprenew also has highly trained staff who work on a complicated way of wiping hard drives clean. Not surprisingly, they didn't let me film any of that. At 3 o'clock, we returned to the break room to reflect on our experience. We all set our high and low for the day, and my favorite high was from this unaffiliated volunteer.
My high was hearing that we took apart, was it 186 computers, and that kept over about 4,000 pounds of waste from going into landfill, so I thought that was really cool to hear.
Minutes later, she summed up the day better than I ever could have.
Starting to realize that even as college students, we can make a difference. Even like when we are studying, we can maybe just spend a Saturday and go and do something.
Finally, we were done with the day, and as we rode back to campus, I thought about how amazing what we had done was. Less than 20 college students, in 5 hours, had recycled over 4,000 pounds of e-waste, and all of that was going to help the planet and help the community in West Michigan. All it takes to make a difference is for everyone to give a little bit of time.